After the barbaric Sligo murders in April 2022, Irish Justice Minister Helen McEntee said, "These are incidents that we thought were behind us." A strange comment to make, as no Irish person has ever lopped the nut off a homosexual. This is an imported problem. Yeah, weird she never mentioned that, did she? She didn't say Seamus O'Malley has a lengthy history of lopping the heads off people that happen to be gay, because everyone knows of all the greatest homophobic nations on earth, the Irish are right up there. Yeah, they're renowned for their intolerance and hatred of the LGBT community. Definitely not like Pakistan or Iran or any of the dozens of nations around the world where they will physically kill you for daring to go near another man's ballsack. Yeah, no mention of them. It's the Irish. See, it's always the Irish. What do I keep telling you? Very odd that the Irish government is more hibernophobic than I am. A red-blooded Englishman. And yes, I am a freshly shorn bootneck. I had my mother cut my hair with a knife and fork because it was free. So yeah, good, eh? Anyway, Helen McEntee went viral on Twitter. Hashtag Helen McEntee had about 10,000 shares. I clicked it and my God, I was astounded at the treachery, duplicitousness, and either best case scenario, gross incompetence and stupidity, or worst case scenario, outright malice and hatred for our own people. It moved me to make a video about it. So, sit back and relax, make a cup of tea, and enjoy 5 minutes of listening to this human sausage getting grilled by another politician. Because I tell you what, it is a masterclass in incompetence and stupidity. So let's have at it. Okay, so following a few amusing videos on Twitter, well, I'll show you a couple.
I also just want to say, I know it's been a difficult week for the LGBT community. There have been a number of incidents which I think have upset and have been distressing for people. Speaking to my own friends, indeed, I would include in that. These are incidents that we thought were behind us.
Well, you see, I thought these incidents were behind us. Who did it? Who did it? Tell us who did it. Was it a local tramp? Did Mark McCoy leave church that day and go, "Big Ora, I just want to kill a pufter"? Did he? Or is this an imported problem? Do you know who did the killing in Sligo? Because I do. The murders of Aidan Moffat and Michael Snee. In April 2022, Aidan Moffat and Michael Snee were found murdered in their own homes in Sligo in the space of 24 hours. Separate murder investigations into their deaths were conducted, and Yusuf Palani, a regular at Alan's world-famous snack bar, and from Iraq, was arrested on the 12th of April and was given life in prison. You thought these days were behind us, did you, Helen? Well, they were. They were behind us. And then you imported unvetted fighting-age men from some of the worst places on earth, rampacked with open-out, proud homophobes. People who will tell you happily on telly that the punishment for sucking a couple of cocks should be getting thrown off a rooftop or getting your head lopped off. And then you import these people en masse, and when they do the obvious, you go, "Oh, this is weird. I thought we'd sorted this problem out." What problem? Problem you created, you dippy bint. Christ on a bike, I wouldn't let this silly mare run me a bath. If she offered to walk the dog, I'd be like, no, you'll balls it up. She'd offer to walk the dog, and 5 minutes later, you'd catch her feeding it into a wood chipper. "Oh, is this how you do it?" No, that's not how you do it, you silly mare. Anyway, let's listen to her again. Let's listen to her again out of morbid curiosity.
You said that there's no incitement to violence in Irish. Is it currently legal to incite violence? If somebody was to do that, would that not be in breach of Irish law?
Obviously, if somebody commits a violent act, that is committing a crime.
But what you had said earlier was that there was no legislation in Ireland around incitement to violence. I'm saying currently, if somebody was to incite violence and go out and say, "Let's attack this individual or attack this group of people," would that be legal currently?
What I'm saying is we don't have incitement to violence legislation. The Gardaí are telling me that is prohibiting them in actually doing their job effectively.
Yep, they don't have it. They don't have that law. Can't do it. If you just go out now in Ireland 2024 and say, right lads, I suggest we all take a boat over to England, go around Sam Smith's house, because I just watched his last music video, and when it looked like he was rogering a 10-year-old boy and pissing in his face, it offended me so much, I think we should hurt him and set the local gay disco alight. What, there's no laws to deal with that currently? You need to introduce a few more tasty, overbearing laws that you can use to round up normal, everyday, good-humoured, middle-of-the-road, working-class Irish people. Is that what you're telling me, Helen, you rat in a pantsuit? Anyway, she's getting me raged, so I'll finish up with the video that made me start this video in the first place, which was 4 minutes of her getting questioned. I know that's quite a long time to watch without me swearing in the middle of it, but please indulge me and watch this video, because the woman is either, as I said, grossly incompetent or malevolent. Check this out.
Minister, you said earlier that the new take-back mechanism would be better, that it wasn't open to other countries to frustrate it. In 2023, your department issued 188 transfer decisions. That means 188 cases where another country said, yes, we're responsible for processing this person, and yes, we'll take them back. Of the 188, you transferred 3. Can you explain that?
I suppose this just shows the inefficiency of the Dublin 3 system.
No, but it shows the inefficiency of your department. Another country said they'd take them back and accepted they would take them back and had responsibility. Your department is transferred 3. Where's the problem?
No, we can only issue a take-back request. So it is then for those
but a decision, the other country accepted responsibility, accepted they would take them back. A decision was made to transfer them, and you transferred 3 of those 188. Where's the problem?
Again, it's my understanding that it was not within, and again, without having seen the details of them, but if it's not within the time frame, even if there's a...
Yeah, but why did you run out of time? 6 months?
If the other country frustrates...
No, they didn't frustrate it. They accepted they were taking them back. So what's the problem in your department in implementing this Dublin 3 regulation?
So if you can show me that they were accepted within the 6-month time frame...
Oh, they were?
If you can show that to me. So again,
you can't issue a transfer decision without another country accepting responsibility. So that was done. I just want to move on. You say it doesn't work generally. The previous year, now Senator Ward suggested that, and I would have assumed the same thing, that Ireland would be a beneficiary of that we would send back more people than we would accept. But in 2022, we took back 15 and we transferred 2 people. The same year, Germany transferred 4,158 people. Now, we transferred 2. I accept Germany's a bigger country, not that much bigger. France transferred 3,311. Can you explain the massive discrepancy between the ability of the German and French Departments of Justice to implement their immigration policy over our ability to implement ours? It's the same system. How come they're able to operate it and we're not?
I can't.
So what's going to change with new rules? If we can't operate the existing rules, how are we going to operate new rules any better?
So I can't speak for other countries, and I suppose I don't know the overall figures that they would have received. So obviously as a much larger country with a much greater influx of
but it's not 2,000 times bigger.
People seeking protection, you obviously have a much greater number of people that they may be able to return. One of the biggest challenges that we have faced is getting the acceptance within the 6-month time period.
Yeah, no, but as I said, last year 188 acceptances and 3 were transferred. I just want to move on.
You did have a situation last year where Greece and Italy stopped accepting some of the returns.
No, but these were people who were accepted, and you managed to transfer 3.
Take them after
you managed to transfer 3. With regard, you said that we're not going to opt into the returns procedure because we're out of Schengen. Would you accept, Minister? At the moment, we have you apply at first instance, you apply. You have a right of appeal to IPAT, and after that then you apply for permission to remain if you're unsuccessful up to that point. And that's where the delays are. How many people who have been unsuccessful in the asylum system, i.e. been refused at first instance or appeal, and have made an application for permission to remain to you? How many are outstanding as we speak?
I don't have that figure to hand, but I can...
Minister, I asked for that figure 2 months ago. You said you'd give it to me when you had it to hand. You still don't have it to hand. Do you have any handle on immigration in Ireland? Does your department have a handle? Not you, I mean, not you personally. Does your department have any handle on what's happening in immigration in Ireland?
I actually think my department has done a outstanding work in the last
I've
number
asked
of
for
years.
very basic figures on how many these are applications to you as Minister for Justice.
Perhaps I might.
Yeah, and then a wanker jumps in and saves her. Listen, that is just the merest trifling of the evidence that shows that that woman is either malevolently filling Ireland with unvetted fighting age men, or is so grossly incompetent she's like a schizophrenic, mentally ill simpleton living out a fantasy in the loony bin where she pretends that she's a minister. Because that was just farcical. She doesn't know anything. I could learn more about those figures that she's expected to know in her professional capacity by reading The Independent for 10 minutes. To call her a log is to insult a log. There might at least be some sentience to a tree, but that thing has got none. But that's just what I think. I would love to know your opinions if you're Irish and you've been unfortunate enough to follow this plank's career. So please let me know in the comments if you think I'm being unreasonable and you think Helen's a fantastic minister doing a grand job. Please let me know in the comments, because I love a vigorous debate with a brain-dead activist that would lose a pub quiz against a puddle. Okay, thanks for watching as always, ladies and gents. Please like and share it if you can be bothered, and I will see you all very soon. Toodle pip.